These minifigs cost me a little over $15, while these minifigs costed me over $1,500. Now, I know what you're thinking. What is wrong with you, and who would spend that much on tiny little Naruto figures? But the answer is simple. I'm a little crazy, and I love to showcase some of the craziest Naruto collectibles in the world on the channel. Before we move on, I do need to get the elephant out of the room and say these are not official LEGO products. They are custom made inspired by the LEGO minifigure style, and some do have authentic LEGO parts. We're also doing a giveaway today, and every minifig you see on the left side of the screen is going to one lucky subscriber. Details on how to participate later in the video. Without delay, let's take a look at these minifigs. Alright, so first things first, most of the affordable ones are made by a company called WM Brick, and they come with all the parts in these little baggies, and you have to assemble them yourself. Now the customs come in a little bit more fancier packaging. This is made by Feelings, probably one of the best packaging out there so far. So you have that art print on the front, and this is like almost like an iPhone box. Comes with an edition size card here with, again, that concept art, and on the back on the bottom you'll see the edition size. Some information to know as well is most of the edition sizes for these cap out around 100 made. Sometimes projects are as small as only 30 made around the world, but a lot of different accessories and options are packed into here. We can see the scroll, Ma, Pa, a different body over here on the right, almost in like a furry suit. And let's see the WM Brick. For the amount you're paying, which is about $2 to $3, if you follow the links in my description, they're pretty amazing looking with all the details that they do pack into here. One thing to mention though, they do have toes. Nani? And taking a look at the Feelings one, I called this a furry suit before, but it's more like a Kurama or Ninetales mascot. That tail does magnetize on the back. This extra body is primarily used for an extra hairpiece they include, so you can represent like the base form of Naruto in Shippuden. I know what you're thinking, why the hands? But these do have specific reasons. They have magnets attached to them. There is a round Rasengan and also the Rasen Shuriken, and so those can attach to the hands that way, and there's the regular hands we're used to seeing for these. We also have the scroll that he used in this form. This magnetizes to the back. Also, what magnetizes on here is Ma and Pa just sit on the side. So crazy, cool details. It's amazing what they pack in to such small figures. Next up is Sakura, taking a look at the WM Brick version. It is amazing. Such a perfect little minifigure, especially again for the cost. Now, the one thing about these are there's an unlimited amount of them made in the entire world, right? There could be hundreds of thousands of these made and printed. While this one over here is made by Ola Amigo, another reputable brand, and only 100 made in the world. Mine was number 97. And everything about it is perfect. The hair sculpt is definitely elevated. This one, it did cost about $63. Comes with 2 different facial expressions, and again, it's like the end game perfect Sakura that I'd ever need. And if you're wondering, bam, where are you getting these prices from? Well, I'll try to link in the description every website that I bought these from, so you can see firsthand what the cost of these are and what they're charging on these custom minifigure websites. So again, the WM Brick one was great. We have, again, the Ola Amigo version of Hinata. These both released at the same time, Sakura and her, and just perfect, gorgeous. I love the eyes on this one a lot better, as well as, again, the hair sculpt is elevated. And here's her edition size brick. As you can see, I got number 98 here. Another set of facial expressions as well. So 4 total expressions you could do, and she was $63 just like Sakura. And now for one of my favorite characters in the entire series, Gaara, another one made by Ola. And so on the left side, we're actually going to be doing 2 different minifigures. I'll explain why later, but this is more of the Naruto, base form of Gaara, who was first introduced in the series. Great how they brought the sand gourd to life. And over here, Ola's has a lot of crazy details. This right here, it magnetizes on, and it tends to fall off. The magnet's not strong as I'd like, so unfortunate the way that is, but if you're not touching or playing with it too much, it does stay in place. We're going to bring another minifigure in, which is going to be the partial transformation of Gaara that we saw in the series, where his face and his arm just completely turned into Shikaku. So really cool that they have this alternative version made. I would have never expected this for the more affordable minifigures, but the Ola one comes with some extra accessories that allow you to transfer him just like the other one. A little bit higher quality though overall, you can obviously tell, but the price on this one was $130 for this one. So crazy, a huge jump and leap from something like Sakura and Hinata. Both amazing, but you definitely need to stand for the custom one and hold tip right over. And for the giveaway, here's what you need to do to participate. Just be subscribed to the channel, number one. And number two, leave a comment below letting me know what your favorite affordable minifigure on the left was and what your favorite custom one was. Here's the others that the lucky winner will receive, and I will pin your comment to the video so you'll know that you've won in a few weeks' time. Up next is ANBU Kakashi. I couldn't believe they made an affordable version of this one. So he actually comes with a vest sculpted onto there separately. So it's not what they would call pad printed. He has a weapon on there too. So really cool. We can see his tattoo on his arm as well. Amazing, amazing affordable minifigure over here. Now on the right one, I actually don't even recall the company that made this one. I got it so long ago, but I do love the fact that it has that mask on there. His sword on the back does magnetize. I always love those features for this. And the sword actually comes out of the sheath. Though I don't remember the brand, I do recall the price being around like $70 to the $75 range. If you do remove that mask, there is two different options, one with the eye closed and one with it open. So neat that they have that option available for you, but you can't even really see it with that mask on. You can actually see through the eyes, which is cool. But I did think and wonder to myself, what if I put the vest on the right one? How would that look? And though it's neat, you can't magnetize the sword on the back anymore because it's too thick, so I definitely won't be doing that. While we're on the ANBU theme, let's jump over to Danzo. A custom version of Danzo was recently released by Feelings. So they have that little card, also all the different accessories. Definitely not as much as Sage Mode Naruto, but there he is. So the standard one, I gotta tell you, it is lacking. The only thing it's got going for it is the Sharingans that it has all over the arms. So that's really cool. The hair on this one though is a little rough looking. It's kind of almost too neat for the way that Danzo was. But the Feelings version came out to be $125 shipped. Ooh, that one is rough. The accessories it comes with is that cane. You can also see inside the arm there, you can see like the golden gauntlet that sealed everything away. But on the back, he has a magnetized pouch as well as the Hokage hat. So this is like, I would never even want to spend this kind of money on a minifigure. This was like the once and done version of Danzo. So he's represented in the collection long term. Jumping back over to Kakashi, we have the standard version over here, which is pretty standard, nothing too crazy going on. The hair sculpt being more white when Kakashi's here, I would say, is definitely a little bit more gray in the series from what we see. But there's that. He does have a Chidori effect piece that I could not find to include in the video, but that is something he has as well. And the custom is made by my favorite brand that goes by Figure Treasure. Here's that edition size plaque. Only 27 made in the world. There's the box for it. FT, again, Figure Treasure there. Now, one of the things about their minifigures is they come with so many different options and accessories and a bunch of added things that you don't see with other different brands. The printing on the body, they call it the pad printing, is always very perfect as well. I did a Kid Naruto showcase a few videos ago as well. They're just such an incredible brand. One of the accessories is a painted kunai. There's also a translucent blue one I didn't show in this video. And here's the different Chidoris, the face sculpts as well. Here's the hair piece up top that covers the eyes. So a lot of different options to display. And here's how those lightning blades look on them. This Kakashi was around $100 and it has a very secret feature that you can only see under black light. So having him separated from the other one, if you bring that black light out, look on his chest, you will see the head of what looks like one of the lightning dogs or his lightning release that he uses during the pain arc. So super cool hidden detail. Jumping over to Kisame, we're going to have one version of the WM break, and we're going to have two different customs showing here. So the WM looks amazing. The Samehara was actually sculpted in there, so that's cool. There's a little notch on the side because it can go on his back with a strap that they included when he does wear his Akatsuki robes. So awesome. It's kind of more of a battle damage version. We can see some blood dripping from his face. And the custom on the right is made by a manga brick, comes in at a price around $105, has an amazing stand that we'll showcase very shortly. This one being a little battle damage as well with the blood dripping down from the mouth. Now Samehara is in the released form, which looks awesome. So cool accessory added on this one. But so the base that they made for this, it's like in a separate accessory. And what's cool is there's actually some studs in there where he can key into and stand into there. So this is just an awesome accessory. You don't see this too often for minifigures, but I love when they do it. And as cool as this one is, actually just today I got a new custom Kisame, and there's a reason why I got a second one. So for this one, it's going to have a much more released version of Samehara, a little bit more battle damage going on throughout that body with that shark accessory piece he can hold in his hand as well. So cool, neat thing there. And this Samehada has no business looking as good as it does. A bunch of different like paint shading going on there, some drool coming out of the tongue. So really, really amazing how they did bring that to life. This one was $225. Now, why would this one be that much? Because there is something else that this comes with. If we take these two and we fuse them together, that's right, we have Shark Mode Kisame. That's the reason I picked this one up. Nobody's ever done this before. It's got like a piece that sits over top of a normal minifigure body. It does have those realistic looking hands, but for some reason, I think it works on this. So let me know if you think it does as well. It's not as cringy as something like when Sage Mode Naruto had it on there, but a lot of custom sculpting going on here, bringing to life Shark Mode Kisame. In the mail today, I also got another one by Feelings, which is going to be their Obito. Taking a look at the affordable one, a lot of cool features in here. So he doesn't actually have a head underneath. The mask is the head entirely that pops on. We have the more brown colored gloves, and I put some blue tack on the back of the war fan to allow it to attach to him. So it doesn't normally do that, but this is how that one looks, a little bit bulkier. While this one by Feelings, we have that cool little card that they have. And then on this one, the overall like robe or garment is sculpted on completely all around, and also the mask just doesn't feel as bulky as the other one. We have this black looking face underneath with just the eyes poking through, so you can see it through the mask. You'll notice he's missing some details, so the strap that goes on the back of the mask doesn't magnetize on, as well as that war fan, so we'll get those installed onto here. I legit have a love-hate relationship with these magnets, but once everything's on there together, it looks amazing. So very difficult sometimes reviewing these and not making some accidents like that. But if you pop those legs off, because we're going to need them for the extra upper torso they included, so we had this version of him represented as well. The one thing that they did miss on is the fact that this is only one set of legs for the entire thing. So that looks amazing, but this one is now legless. So a little bit of a miss on Feelings' part. He was $140 shipped, and this next one of Killer B is $300. We'll go over why shortly. So the WM brick version for him is actually really neat. So we have the sheath swords on the back. Both of them do connect and go in. I love the way that it forms that cross type shape. It's not really accurate for Killer B, but at least they did try. Now for the custom, this was made actually a collaboration between someone called Cheese Studio and Ola Amigo. So Ola does amazing work so far, so we can see that translated over into the way that this was brought to life. Love the accessories with the swords and the sculpting of the outfit. I do love it when it's not a pad print, but it's actually a physical object that's on there. So really everything about that minifigure is perfect, and it does come with something else that adds a lot of extra value to it. And that would be... That's right, his 8 Tails cloaked version. I believe they would call it his State 2 version. We have that bull skeleton that goes on his arm. We can also see his arm perfectly positioned in that lariat pose, but all 8 tails on the back there. They have the minifigure type theme going on, so 100% custom figure going on here. So ambitiously done by them. I think they said they might be doing more tailed beasts as well, so we'll see. That'd be amazing to see come to life sometime in the future, though my wallet fears that day. Well, that's a wrap. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to leave a like on here. I hope you enjoy seeing these crazy Naruto collectibles. I know you'll enjoy this video on the left, and I'll see you in the next. Do what you love and love what you do. Bam out!